And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
I played Robotory before it was published in the American one. It was just a bunch of pieces on a small board, very low quality. The Asmodee release is not much better, but it's a really small game to begin with. Just comes in a small little box like this. Robotory, I'm really not sure what the name of the game means, at least the Tory part. It's about moving some robots on the board, but that's about all the theme you're going to get. This is a two-player abstract game. But one of the things I like about it is it only takes 15 minutes. Is it fun, though, in those 15 minutes? Let's look. Here's the board for Robotory. As you can see, it's divided into a dark side and a light side. There's 3 robots that are placed on the board, a red neutral robot, a white, and a black robot. They're placed on these spots. 2 of them start in the dark territory, and 1 starts in the light, but it evens out mostly because the one in the light is neutral, and because the light player gets to go first. Each player also gets 2 white discs and 2 black discs. The game tells you to put the rest of the discs on top of the box. That's an eyesore to me. We just simply put them next to the board where everyone can see them, and then we use our discarded discs and throw them in the box on the other side. Anyway, let's look at the game. On the game, on your turn, you have one of 3 actions. You must take an action. You can't take an action that is not possible for you to take. One of the actions you have is taking a disc from the ones that you have available, all 4, and placing it on any hexagon on the board. So I could place that one there. And then on the other person's turn, they could do the same thing. You can take any color disc you want and place it on your side of the board. Now, another thing you can do is you can move a robot as far as you want, as long as it follows the discs of its color. So I can move black here, which would remove both of those discs, and put black there. The other player can move white over here. And the red robot can move on white or black, so it can move all the way like this, here, and here. What you're trying to do is you're trying to get the robots to your side of the board. Every time you use these discs, they're discarded. And a third action that you can take is refilling up the discs that you have available, and you can refill them with any colors you want. If you have 1 gone, you could refill it up, or you could wait till all 4 are gone to refill it up. If at any point the pile of discs here is depleted, the game immediately ends, and whoever has more robots on their side is the winner. Now, some real quick things to notice about the game is, first of all, this neutral robot's really important because it can eat discs that the other player might use. Let's say, for example, I'm the dark player, and I can see here that the light player is setting up to move the black or the white robot onto their side. So I can move over like this. It doesn't do a whole lot for me, but it does cut them off from moving that white player disc. And it's sometimes a bit of a reverse chicken where we're putting down discs trying to move the robot first before the other person does. Is it worth it to move a robot all the way into your territory to keep them safe, but basically neglecting the other 2 robots, or just try to keep all 3 on your territory, hoping to get there, and then once you do you take as many discs as you can to finish the game off? We're not talking super deep strategy decisions, and yet I played this game probably a dozen times, and I've yet to figure out any winning way to play. And games, the box says 15 minutes, but my games usually last 5 or 6. Make no bones about it. When you get Robotory, you're getting a small game with a few small components, and it's an abstract game, no theme to speak of. And yet I find myself very much attracted to it. When I first played it, I was very impressed with it because it played so quickly, and yet it was one of those games where I played it and I said, wait a minute, I know I just lost, I can win. And you keep trying, and there's just different things. It's back and forth. There's 0 luck in the game. It all depends on what you do and what your opponent does. And since there is only so many spaces and so many moves, I suppose that if I played a computer, the computer would destroy me at the game. But when it comes to playing someone else, there's enough life in this game for me to play probably 100 games of it, and that's worth it for a game that's this size. So if you like abstract strategy games at all, or if you like them especially when they're short and yet offer some decent strategy, then I would certainly recommend Robotory.
Thanks for joining us today. For more written, audio and video reviews, as well as the #1 board game podcast, check out the website at www.thedicetower.com. Until then, this is Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower.